All right, hello and welcome back to AK Talks, a morning show. We're filming on a live studio audience right now. That's why you guys can't get the camera view. Either way, oh, this feels weird. I'm not using any of my equipment. I'm not at home, so hopefully this thing still works out pretty decent, huh? Pretty decent. Here we go. First segment of the day is gravitate. And first segment is word of the day, and the word of the day is gravitate. To gravitate is to move, tend to move or be attracted to or towards someone or something. Well, the first segment of the day is to realize I don't read, so it's hard for me to do it on the spot. All right, let's find a joke here, huh? Let's find a good, What? Let's find a joke here. All right, to gravitate. See, the problem is when you're skinny, you just gravitate to fat white pussy. There we go. Something disgusting for you guys. Oh, this feels unnatural. I'm not at home. I'm not in my home element right now, so I just feel disgusting and uncomfortable. Here we go. There we go. Huh? All right, that's the first segment of the day. Word of the day. Second segment of the day, your Tuesday mornings with me, all right, is the last 24 hours. I think it's 96, technically, but this segment is just whatever I've done in the previous time period. Very simple, very easy. Anyone can do this. I just do it very bad, so anyone can do it. So, yeah, I've been getting busy with the dog walking. It's dog walking season. And even in that same breath, I can tell you right now, I got screwed today completely. What happened? 2 dogs back to back. They stepped in something, and then now they're limping, and it's my fault. I understand it's my responsibility to make sure the ground is safe, but it's still outside. I didn't see any. There wasn't glass laying on the ground. I didn't notice anyone getting hurt. I wasn't stepping in. I didn't see any hazards on the ground. I was paying attention. It's hard to be attentive when you walk. It's like I'm not staring. I am staring at the ground too. So it's like I just felt stupid. So I can't even dog walk correctly, which is embarrassing. But it's the season, so I was booked this whole week. Then I got screwed. So now I am not booked at all, and I have a free week to pray to God and hope to God I get there to the 23rd without having any rollovers or anything important. So yeah, that's gonna be goddamn dandy. Next week I'm booked all the way through, but I'm probably gonna lose half the fucking clients because, I'm good at stepping in glass. That's my professional. I can't even dog walk correctly. All right, that's fun. All right, that's fucking dandy. I also went to comedy clubs this weekend. One time with my friend, the other time with a lady, nice lady, huh? Easy. And I was just hanging out there and networking. That's what I call was getting drunk and going to a club, networking, huh? Shaking hands. That's what I was just hanging out with the bouncer the whole time. I was telling him about I told my family that I'm gonna cook for them at least a 3-course meal for Thanksgiving, so they can see my cooking skills because I want to show off because I am a pretty girl at my heart. I'm staring at the goddamn screen. I feel uncomfortable. It's easier when I just look at myself like a regular psychopath. Instead, I'm just talking in a room. That's not mine. So this is lovely. I'm just trying to let you guys understand what crazy feels like. Because I'm right there. I'm knocking on crazy's door and no one's answering. All right. That felt worse. I don't know why I had to address it. That just felt a whole lot worse. Either way, at the comedy club, right? Just talking to people. My friend really likes homeless people, which is annoying because he would entertain their shenanigans, and I just had to stand there like, please don't stab me or don't touch me. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's strange. It's uncomfortable. They have, I don't know if they're even having fun because I'm not having fun, and they don't give a shit. So they had to do that for about 38 minutes. I heard somebody give a freestyle. Yeah, this guy's freestyling, and he said my jacket was white supremacy. But since I'm black and my name it means the most generous in Arabic, that means I am a good man and I am Ethiopian. So I can't reason with it. I couldn't entertain it. He was smoking right in front of my face. I'm like, dude, I hope that's just weed. I hope to God that's just weed. And I don't know. It's uncomfortable. I don't know why he likes doing it. He even gave him some dollars too. Like the guy performed or something, and it really pissed me off too. I'm like, dude, you're encouraging this shit. He didn't want to leave because you gave him $1. Yeah, either way, I was at the comedy clubs. I didn't watch a single show all day Friday. I literally stood out the whole time, and we walked in to dap up the owner because I don't want to bother him during the shows and stuff because he's a pretty busy dude. So I don't want to ruin his night. I wait till all the shows are done so I could say what's up to him and shit. And I was asking him about producing a show, what it would take, and how to make it the most beneficial way possible and shit. You know, because you don't have to be funny. I don't have to be funny to make it out. I just have to keep talking and keep shaking hands. And don't have to worry about a skill or anything, you know. Because if you're funny, if you network enough, you just get on a good stage. And instead of being funny, you can just make sure your name is shoved down people's throats until a cough sounds like a laugh. Huh? Isn't that good? Isn't that great? Isn't that talent, right? Isn't that professional shit? I'm not even 10 minutes in, and I'm so self-deprecating. It's insane. But I did go with a lady the second time. A real nice lady. Real cool date. I think. Real cool date. I don't know. It takes two to tango anyway. So yeah, I think it's a cool date. I bought her flowers and shit. Because it was my first date ever. I don't usually do dates. And so I was like, you know what, let me just do it. It'll be fun. I don't think it's that gay to buy flowers. So I bought her flowers. Those were pretty flowers, and I kind of regretted it because I was like, I deserve these flowers, honestly. These is at least one of them. I didn't take any, though, because I'm a good person. I pay my taxes. I haven't heard I hate you in a couple of weeks, right? I'm a good person, I think. I hope, right? I think. The dogs don't think I'm a good person. Jesus goddamn Christ. Alexa, stop listening. Stop it. Stop listening. Fucking dude, I hate that shit so it scares the water out of my tits. I'm gonna play some background sound because Alexa's listening to my goddamn soul, and I'm not comfortable with that. Okay, there's no signal going around the whole house. Okay, that's comfortable, huh? That's how I feel at home. Alexa listening and the Wi-Fi not working. That makes sense to somebody. Alexa, stop listening. Jesus Christ. All right, I got some background sound going. I don't trust it. I don't trust the AI shit. It's scary, all right? It's fucking scary. I'm also watching a telly show, right, on the telly. It's called The Servants. I've watched a trailer. It wasn't a trailer. It was just someone ranting about the whole first season and how good it was. And it kind of ruined the show for me because I know exactly what's going to happen. But I'm still going to watch it because I'm bored and this is not my house. And I have to stay here for the rest of the night. So, you know, a mystery. That's what it is called. It's a mystery. It's very scary, honestly. Because this place has a basement and it's terrifying. I don't like basements now. When there's no outside access to the door, I'm like, this is where people die. People die here by accident. I don't want to be there. I heard something in the basement too, so I double checked. There's nothing sharp in this house to defend me, so I can defend myself. So I was like, you know, my words. Stop it, Alexa. My words are gonna be the only thing that's gonna save me. I don't like Alexa. It's scary. I was yelling at her for a couple minutes because she won't turn down the music. And I didn't know where she was too. I just heard the sounds from like all different parts of the house, like surround sound. And it scared the water out of me every single time. And I found her and I was just yelling at her. And I can't unplug her because it's not my house and it's not my way to do it. So I have to live with that shit in my ear for the next 12 hours. Alright, there we go. I love electricity. Isaac Newton was a really cool dude, right? Huh? Okay? Huh? Alright. Next one here. I wrote roommates. I promise you, dude, if I had the willpower, I would smash my roommate's face into the wall and then look at him. And just look at him. And then tell him you deserve it. I hate him so goddamn much. I hate him so much. I hate his demeanor. I hate his attitude. I hate what he does every single day. I hate his day-to-day movements. I hate his voice. I hate everything about him. There's nothing I like one thing about him at all. I can't even be okay with it. It's so fucking annoying. He's older than me. He's an older feller. and he doesn't have a job. He was about to be homeless, and it's like a favor of a favor and shit. I'm dropping like his shit because I'm tired of his shit already. He ate my food. He ate my food today, and I got so pissed because I was waiting for that food. I was like, I'm busy all day. I don't have a lot of time to sit down. I want to eat my leftovers. Came home, it was gone. My shrimp, chicken, and pasta gone. I was like, why? I don't have Alfredo sauce. I bought it from the store. I mean, from a restaurant, $30, and I can't even eat it. And he's just doing nothing all day, eating and smoking. That's all he does all day. I'm like, dude, I hate you. I hate you a lot, and I'm hungry now. And I hate you, and I'm hungry. Why? Why did this have to happen? Yeah. I just don't like that dude at all. And he's trying to be nice and shit. Like, dude, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want you as a friend. I want you to get your life together so you can go and move on. It's not a forever home, all right? You're not even paying rent. It's not a forever home. You shouldn't be. And he does shit with my dog. I hate it so much. Like it's not your dog, all right? I don't know why you have to. Like my dog, there's a certain area in the house where I leave her whenever I'm not home because I know she won't destroy anything else. So secluded. It's better than a cage because the cage is way too small. It's not small, but I think it's not. I don't like when my dog's in a cage. I know it's just depressing. So at least she has some leg room and shit so she can lay down and stuff and walk to her food and stuff whenever she wants. It's this secluded area. It's like a dining room area. And he'll just like let her out and then let her chill in the living room. I'm like, dude, don't do that. She's gonna tear up the sofa. I don't have money to fix up the sofa. You don't have money to do that either, and you don't have authority to do it either. Like, don't make decisions. Or like, I don't know why this pisses me off. It's a good thing, but it pisses me off because he's doing it. Like, so like my dog will just, since he destroys all of her beds, now she just has blankets instead. So now now she just lays on blankets, and he'll like lay out the blankets so it'll be like flat and like a little nicer so she can lay down it. I'm like, dude, don't fuck with my dog at all. I don't know. It's just everything he does pisses me off. I can't find a way to like him because he's also loud as hell too. Like he'll be on the phone screaming and laughing his ass off, or he'll be playing his PS5. I'm like, dude, you don't have anything but a PS5. You need to get your shit together. It's not all right. And he does like TikTok dances hard. Like he brings sweat inside the living room, and it's gross. I'm not gonna keep talking about him because there's nothing healthy. There's nothing helping me here. It's just, I don't know. It just gets me riled up every single time. And someone's pissing on the fucking toilet seat too. That's the grossest shit ever. Someone's pissing on that's what I figured out. Because my other roommate, I don't like him either. I don't like a lot of people. I think I'm the issue here, though. Either way, it was. I came back from the airport, and it was like 3 a.m. I came back, fell asleep. I woke up to 5 a.m. Someone screaming inside the bathroom, slamming doors, and I'm like, dude, please, like, if you should be dead, all right, you should be goddamn dead to make this sound, but. He sat on piece. I think he's probably sat on some piss, and I was wondering, like, did I do that? I came really late. I don't know if I took a piss in the bath, but I was like, nah, I took a piss in the woods earlier that night because I couldn't hold it in. So I was like, it wasn't me. So I know it wasn't me. Hopefully it wasn't me. Either way, he woke me up, and I was like, dude, it's 5 a.m., and you're screaming and slamming doors. Please, the Lord, please be dead. Please be someone stabbed you or something. But he just sat and pissed. I'm like, dude, really? Like, I get it, it's fucking gross and nasty, but you have to wake up the whole fucking house. Like, everyone took a piss on the toilet seat at the same time. So now there's a sign all over the toilet. Like, we're 6 years old. He's like, it says, make sure you wipe it down if you take a piss or lift up the seat. I'm like, that's embarrassing, dude. Why is that a rule in the bathroom for grown men? Because there's 4 grown men in the room, including me. Inside the house, I mean. Yeah, it's just lovely. And my other roommate, he just works all day, so I don't even interacting with him anymore. So he just comes home, gets hammered or gets high, and then goes to sleep and goes to work the next morning, like a hardworking American does, huh? Like every other American should dream to be. What did I do? I also bought crabs, like live crabs. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why the TV just really got me interested. They're like coughing. Someone's getting hurt. Yeah, so I bought live crabs because I thought I can cook a live crab and feel okay. And I felt kind of bad because they're alive, but I had to kill it and boil it. And the only way to make sure it's healthy is if you boil it alive, because bacteria grows extremely fast right after it passes away. So yeah, I did that shit. But 3 of the crabs were already dead when I had them. I was like, dude, this is gross. And it had so much bacteria and shit all over it. I didn't even want to eat the other 2. I was like, this is gross. But I still nibbled at it because it was a blue crab, so it was a small amount of meat, anyways. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Jesus Christ! That guy was coughing out a splinter. Jesus, oh, that's gross. It's like some demonic shit inside this movie. It's a great sit at home, watch alone movie. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's not even that interesting. It's just uncomfortable. And it's very, very definition. All right, I need to focus. I only put it on so Alexa can stop listening to me. Good Lord, this is creepy. Oh, she's frozen. She's not hearing her own name. Oh, no. Okay, I need to stay focused, man. This is the AK Talks morning show. Either way, that ends the last 24 hours. I'll tell you what happens inside the movie, too. I'll give you a brief summary. A lady kills her daughter by accident, or kills her son by accident with, like, leaving him in the car or something. And, oh, Lord, this is creepy. Oh, no, I can't do this. I have to pause it. This is uncomfortable. Oh, stop moving. All right. So, yeah, the lady, her son died inside the car, terrible accident, but she's, like, inside a traumatic shock. So she can't, like, understand that it happened. So they buy her a fake doll, and they get her a nanny, too, so they can help her out around the house. And the nanny somehow gets the baby to live, and the baby's alive, and everyone is freaking out. That's normal, and everyone who's not normal is perfectly fine. But then it starts, like, swapping and swapping every single 10 minutes. Like, right now, the 2 dudes inside the room are realizing that she might understand that the baby was dead, and now it's an alive baby. So it's a lot of crazy shit there, huh? Great way to describe a TV show that has 4 seasons. That's really good. I should do this professionally. Oh my God, I don't have anything on a debate section. Ah, that's sad. All right, next section of the morning is World Wide Web. That means I talk about whatever I've seen on the internet. And I'll tell you right now, I swallowed the crazy pill over the weekend. I don't know how the fuck did I get here, but I'll just let you know. I'll just hit the topics right now so you guys understand where we're going to be at for the next 30 years, not even 10 minutes. It's bankers. Albert Pike, he's a Illuminati. Devil's armpit. Bigfoot is real. Podcasting. Roblox streamer. Male dating coach. These topics are going left, right, center, and right in between my balls. Like, there's so many different directions. But we're going to start off with the bankers, right? There's this film on YouTube called Inside Job, documentary series about how the bankers screwed over the world. And, like, the easiest and stupidest way I can explain it to you is that the people asked for a loan from the bank. And the bank gave this loan. It's called a subsidized loan, where you can get a loan for shit, nothing. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to make a certain amount. You just get a fat loan for a lower interest rate, quote unquote, that anyone could afford, quote unquote. So everyone was taking them out. But the thing is that when people take them out and paying back the bank, instead of the bank holding the money and being a A-B person, the bank's like, you know what? Why are we doing this? Well, why do we care about the people? They inserted a C person, so all the money that the bank was supposed to have, they just like, yeah, instead of the 30,000 I'm gonna hold, I'm just gonna pretend that this 30,000 is worth 30,000, and I'll give it to an investor so they can make the 30,000 90,000 instead. I hope you guys are understanding that part, because that's the whole gist of the problem. It's that instead of holding the money, making it an A-B conversation, they added the C, and they gave investors the money so the banks can make the money instead of just taking the interest, which is justly enough, way more than they need. But the thing is, all the investment people are like, you know, the 30,000 that we said we're gonna make, it's 90,000. We lost all of it, and the bank turned right back to the people. It's like, you know, the money that we thought we had, we don't have any of it. So you can't afford this house anymore because we need to change that interest rate from 8% to 39%. So instead of you paying $800 a month, you're paying $4,200 a month. And, it kind of sucks because the thing is, though, the banks got bailed out, the investors got bailed out, the people got fucking screwed. And the only reasoning they had to was like, oh, you're supposed to know that we were gonna fuck you. You didn't see the lube or anything. You didn't understand the methods and stuff. You didn't see the sweet deal we gave you. Obviously, we were fucking you. Why didn't you expect it? It's your fault. It's not my fault because we allowed it to happen. It's your fault for taking the bait. Okay, you dumb fish. You should have stayed in the water. And that was their whole reasoning, which sucks a lot. And I think I actually had some points here too, while watching the film, because I was getting really upset of how they did this, and no one cared, and no one's gonna stop it. It created a financial bubble. That's what the word was. Yeah, it created a financial bubble, and one of the financial bubbles were in 2008. I think that was a big one. And another one was before that was the internet bubble, where every single investor used all their money to bet on like lamp.com or t-shirt.com because they think it's going to be the next best thing. And the thing is, though, about the general consensus of these guys, they think they're so smart, the biggest of brains of people. They're financial gurus or geniuses. They know how to work the system. They know how to make your $10 $100 million. Like, at the end, it's a Ponzi scheme. That's the only thing they're doing. They're just putting names in front of whatever they're doing and calling it an intellectual property of financial literacy. It's a Ponzi scheme. Plain and simple, easy as day, bread and butter Ponzi scheme. And it's not okay. They're not smart, all right? They're just using money to make more money. There's no skill involved. They're not circulating the dollar anymore, especially not inside of America. They're circulating it all internationally. So the average Joe is paying $4 for a cup of coffee today, but in 20 years, it's going to be $38 for a cup of coffee. Not because the coffee changed, it's because the coffee beans aren't grown anywhere near America. So we have to pay extra for the export and imports, which is a bad thing. I said, what is stopping people from going to war? COVID could have slowed down the bubble. I generally think these guys are terrorists, general terrorists inside the American sphere. All right, they're destroying American economy. They're destroying the American home, destroying American families, leaving people in terrible conditions for the sake of $1. I don't know why we're not at war with them. They are a dangerous cause. They're dangerous people. They're dangerous to the world. I generally think. And COVID was supposed to slow down the bubble that they said that was getting created. Like, if no one was working, how the hell is the economy getting boosted? Why can't we admit it's a Ponzi scheme? We're doing fake shit. Money's getting circulated, and they're just changing the name of the product. And it's not good at all. It's dangerous. It's extremely dangerous because the bottom line, the A, B, C, Joe, like me and you, will get screwed, and no one's going to give a shit, huh? No one's going to give a shit because they got trillions of dollars to their name. And it's not like one person's winning it all, too. It's the mindset of a group of people. It's not like one guy is winning everything. It's the whole system of finances. That's the problem thing. That's the biggest problem, I mean. It's not one guy making $1 billion. That's not the issue. It's all the fucking hundreds of thousands that are trying to make millions and millions. Those guys are just as dangerous as the one guy making billions because it trickles down at the end of the day. It's the greed, it's the hunger, no one gives a shit about anyone else. Everyone allowing bad shit to happen right in front of their eyes just because they can make an extra $1. I'm crazy. I know. You can't buy a drink with me at the bar. I'm going to ruin your night. I know I'm going to ruin your night. You don't want to hear what I have to talk about anymore. That's the thing, too. Like, the more I understood this, the more I understood, like, yo, that guy, the guys at the bar or the guy inside the trench coat is not crazy. All right, he had a point, but everyone's going to think I feel crazy when I talk about this shit, too. It's insane. It's fucking insane. We're going to see another crash in the next years. I truly do believe that. Someone illustrated that we're on a rise for no goddamn reason, which makes a lot of sense. Why are we on a rise? And we're looking at the issues. It's not like see, the thing with finance too, they know how to really slow down the curve until we hit the right turn and we all die. And I'm scared that we're doing the slowing down of the turn right before we're gonna see the edge of the corner. Like it's the problem. We might see a crash in the next couple of years. Yeah, there isn't one man involved. It's a group of people who's competing. Yeah, it's the people in competition with American lives as if it's a game, so they can reach the highest score. That's the issue of it all. It's like a game to them, where they think, oh yeah, if he does it, I'll do it. I just want to win, and it's whatever. It's just another life, a family that I destroy. It's free. It's easy for me to do. I also said, what stops free power and water? Yeah, I did think about this too. Like, if they're gonna stop me from if they kick me out the house and I say no, what's stopping me from getting free water and power? What's making that accessible? Yeah, someone has to get paid. Someone has to get their pension. Someone has to get their hands greased up. But does the earth need $50 an hour? Like, what's really stopping us from getting clean water and electricity? It's just because some guy doesn't want to clock in at work. If he doesn't want to do it, I promise you, I think I will have to do. I will do it gladly, if that's the option. It's like, yeah, we're not getting power anymore. Like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll gladly take the job to clean the water and make sure we get electricity. And I'll do it for free too. I'll do it for fucking free. Just make sure I get fed. I'll just do it for free. Because it's insane. Why can't we have free water and free power? If you take my home, you can take my life. It's gonna happen to this idea. Yeah, like, dude, if everyone's struggling financially and the opportunity, the only choice is to kick me out the house so you can resell my house, but my house doesn't get sold, and it's an empty and abandoned house for years. Who won? Who's doing good? Really, who really did any type of good in there? Who's really happy at the end of the day? You have an empty house and you have the contract, and I'm homeless. Why is that okay? Why is that anywhere allowed at all? Why is there empty, vacant cities, and that's perfectly fine? It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It's going to happen. The only difference is we have technology, and are they going to censor the people from stopping a rise? I don't know. Are they going to allow? Are they allowed to stop freedom of speech when it's on a different platform? Bankers provide zero value. Okay, yeah, this is the idea. Are they going to stop freedom of speech when it's on a different platform? Because it's the every single day Joe can walk into the middle of the street and say whatever the hell he wants, but he's not free from repercussions or anything. That's the rule. But if he says whatever he wants online for a bigger audience to be reached, is it all right to be censored there? Is that perfectly fine? That goes into censorship generally. That abides to freedom of speech. Because at this point, if millions of people are homeless and there's millions of empty homes, why is that okay? Why can't someone speak up about that? Why can't someone make a choice to say, like, this is fucked up? We can't allow this to happen anymore. Yeah, bankers provide no value. I truly believe this. Those guys aren't geniuses. They're all Ponzi schemes. All of it. From education to the actual dollar they make. It's all Ponzi schemes. They're all just patting each other on the back. And they're saying different words. ECO, DCO, EOD, all these fucking fake words. At the end of the day, it's just a Ponzi scheme. There's no such thing as a financial literacy equipment. That makes no goddamn sense. Where the fuck's my dollar going? Across the goddamn country, over the sea? Keep my dollar in America. Why is that a bad thing to say? Keep the dollar in America so everything else in America has a reasonable price again. Because that's the issue of it all. If we keep on trading and using our own money and trading it and buying random shit all across the world because it has a better financial gain, we're losing the actual value of what it is. And it's just absolutely disgusting because the bottom line always takes the biggest chunk of the fault of everyone else. The bottom line gets affected. And it's actually absolutely horrible. I think so. I generally think so. So I want bankers to stop thinking they're geniuses, and they don't deserve anything, actually. They really don't deserve anything. They're not smart. They're not innovating. They're not doing anything at all, honestly. They're not doing anything at all. They're just sitting there and then greasing their hands and then saying this is the next big thing. And it's not the next big thing. But it's all right because they're backed by different organizations, because the different organizations are run by the bankers. So they'll give them a AAA rating to make sure that whatever stock or whatever company gets the most amount of money, but then they can just pull the rug right at the last second so they can take all the money. But then anyone else who invested in that company takes the biggest smack in the face. You know why? Because they weren't smart enough. Really, that's the thing. Yes, they're not smart enough to understand what a rug pull is and when it's happening. Really, an MLM. Really, they're not smart enough to understand that shit. That's what your real genius is all about. There we go. Back at the corner of the bar where no one's gonna sit next to me, and I'm drinking my Budweiser. Nice. That's where I belong. That's where the bankers belong to. But they get hookers on company policy. All right, that's a big difference. I don't know. Watch it yourself. I don't know if you can be sane after that, hearing whatever bullshit nonsense they truly believe. It's absolutely disgusting. It's disgusting. It's not American. It's not human. It's disgusting. I don't like it. All right, next time for something a little bit less crazy, huh? Albert Pike. If you don't know what Albert Pike is, he's a 33rd, whatever level of Illuminati. Here we go. Of Illuminati, dude. And he was predicting. It's not predicting. It's actually like intentional efforts to get there of the first 3 world wars. And he's pretty accurate. And he's saying the Third World War is going to be against the Zionists. I don't know what the fuck a Zionist is, but he's going to be against the Zionists. And I don't know, it's just some shit inside the devil's armpit. It goes right into the next part. And I was listening to the Albert Pike's like documentary series. I don't know, it's like some dude describing him in depth. And I just got more crazier and crazier. I was like, you know what, you're right. You're absolutely right. The Illuminati's right at my back door, and they're trying to steal my gold. Like I hate listening to it because I feel like I'm right, and I hate understanding that part. I hate feeling feeling like I'm right because I know I'm not right. Because if I told this to anybody else, they'll be like, you know what, dude? A full-time job might fix you. A full-time job just might fix you because you're crazy. You're on the Looney Tunes, all right? How about you be normal for a little? But yeah, Albert Pike, Illuminati, 33rd level. He's a bad guy. I think he's a bad guy. We should really teach the kids about him inside school. He decked down in Illuminati gear, too. I don't know if they had photos or shit back then. I think... Good goddamn. This dog scared the dog water at me. I thought that was... Right here. Come on. Okay, yeah. That just made me even more uncomfortable. Okay. It was the dog, but she's staring at the wall. Alright. But she might come down too because she thinks I'm talking to somebody. But I'm not. I am not. I'm talking to myself, doggy. Talking to myself. All right. Whatever. Devil's armpit is the next thing. So I'm not really too big. I really wasn't too interested inside whatever was happening inside Palestine. Because honest to God, it's not an American issue. I don't think it's an American issue. I don't want my time and effort to be there. I'd rather focus on the bankers and Bigfoot. That's the next part. And Bigfoot. So, what I've learned over the past 3 to 4 YouTube videos, and I can speak on this very proudly now. Nobody wins in war at the end of the day. It's the consensus and idea that Israel, the Jewish people, have been attacking for years and years and years the Palestinians, I think. And they've always had the upper hand with war weapons, majority consensus of other countries and neighboring countries as their backup. So they kept the people in an open-air prison, and that's what they did for years and years and years. And the Hamas group has slightly changed the tone. Instead of using rocks as they were using before, now they have missiles, $100 million budget. So they got a helping hand from Iran or whatever fucking towelhead country wants to help them. And now they're fighting back and they want to be freed. So now people are saying free Palestine. And that's the general consensus of the ideas. But on the other hand, too, videos and leaks of everything's coming out. Both sides are both playing the devil's advocate. All right. I don't support war generally. War, no one wins in war at the end of the day. I'm telling you right, no one's ever going to win in a war. Especially the way they're doing it, too. Civilians and doing war crimes on both sides, no one wins. You can't sleep at night knowing that you are a human being that did that to another human being. It's not okay at all. I don't justify war crimes, especially war crimes. What's happening in Ukraine and Russia is a lot more, at least, respectful. It's at least it's some honor and integrity. Both people are fighting soldiers at the end of the day, and they're trying to defend the land or take over the land with soldiers. An even fight, not an even fight, but a fight, a general fight. They're not going door to door, taking children and women and doing heinous things to them, which is not okay. So I've the only reason I gave a flying fadoodle about it anyways is because the U.S. is inside the war now, and they're supporting Israel at the end of the day because that's their, I think, ally. I don't know why. I don't see any financial, economical, political reason for us to be inside the devil's armpit any more than we had to be for the last fucking 12 years we were there. So I don't know why the hell any American, any real American will ever say it's okay for us to be involved. And the issue of it all too is that it's like, dude, there's protesting going around all over the country, not even in America, all over first world countries and shit. Not even just protesting, actual acts of violence outside of the devil's armpit, inside all over the world, and people are saying like, it's time, it's fucking, we got to do this. It's our God-given right to do this. I'm like, no, dude, if God told you to harm another human being, you're doing the wrong thing. I generally think that if God said to rape and kill and murder, then you don't believe in God. That's not what God doesn't want that to happen. I think. I'm not speaking for the big man above, but I think that's not all right to do. There's no book for me to read to tell me like it's all right to do that shit. It's not all right to do that at all. You can't live as a human being after you do that. You can't see the same world as everyone else after you see that shit. All right, it's not humane at the end of the day. That goes for both sides. That goes for everyone, and that goes for humanity. There's no humanity in this shit, and people are like actively pursuing the other side, even as they escape. Like I saw a video about how some people are attacking, like rushing planes that came from Israel. So the Jews that come off the planes will get attacked immediately, and they'll get killed by children, not even just adults and grown men, by children who are actively trying to kill them. And it's absolutely fucking disgusting. It's disgusting to think that's okay. I don't care what the fuck, I don't care what your book says. There's no reason for you to do anything heinous to another human being. If you really think God wanted you to do that, you don't believe in God. That's straight to your face. You don't believe in God at all. It's disgusting. I hate it so much. It does not matter if you walk away from a war zone. You don't get to sleep at night knowing you did that shit. And if you do sleep at night, you're not a human being anymore. You're subhuman. You're a disgusting piece of shit. And I hope to God, and I hope it's your God too, that you get the worst fucking justice you can think of. Because there's no way to actively defend any of that shit. No one wins. And I hate that shit so much. I hit my family group chat too. I hit them up. I was like, yo, this is not all right. Like, I don't care. This is not justice. This is not war. This is inhumane. I don't care what you guys even think. And they're on the Free Palestine movement. They think like, oh yeah, it's perfectly fucking fine for that to happen. It's perfectly fucking fine for those people to deserve it and shit. I am a Muslim at the end of the day. I'm not practicing. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say I am truly a Muslim. My family's Muslim, born and raised with that shit. But I don't practice, so I'm not really a Muslim. I can say that honestly, more than 90% of the fucking hypocrites in this world. Because at the end of the day, dude, a hypocrite burns a whole lot worse than a fucking non-believer. That's what I think. I don't know what book you have to read, but a hypocrite, someone who's saying they're part of a religion and truly not believing or doing exactly what the religion asks for, and they're just saying it, you're a horrible fucking human being. You're hiding behind words inside a book for you to justify any action that's subhuman. There's a reason why we have war crimes. And there's a reason why war crimes aren't inside any religious books. Because we all, as a human society, is like, yo, I don't care what you believe in. Just don't do this. Just don't do this at all. And it's perfectly fucking, it's a reason. It's understandable. It's reasonable and it's beautiful that we have war crimes that we all came to a consensus. Like, yo, don't do this shit. It's not okay. But on the other hand, too, people are like perfectly fucking fine with what the Nazis did to the Jews. They're asking for it again. It's absolutely subhuman. I hate how fucking evil someone can get just because of a religion. I understand, like, they killed you, you have to kill them. But at the end of the day, nobody wins. You're not winning. You don't feel better. You can't feel better. You can't sleep at night knowing you took someone's life, knowing you took someone's humanity out their eyes. It's not human at the end of the day. And this is supposed to be a comedy podcast, but I got riled up seeing that shit because it's not. I don't like that at all, and I don't want to go to I don't want to die in a proxy war too. That's the biggest issue of it all. I'm not gonna go. I don't want to go to Israel and kill people because someone else thought of it. If you really give a shit, why don't you go there yourself? Why is that fucked up to say to someone? You want to protest? You want to destroy your own whatever place you actually live in? Go there yourself. Go live in Israel. Go live in Palestine yourself. Don't live in America. Leave America, please. Because there's so many people outside of America that want to come here. They want to live. They want to live to our standards in America. They're dying. They're crawling and doing whatever they possibly can, smuggling children to get into America. And you're taking advantage of it by protesting for a country that doesn't care about America. Do you think Palestine gives a shit about America? Why the fuck does Americans give a shit about Palestine? And if that's an issue, please go there. Please go there yourself. Live there for the rest of your life. Have fun. Throw away your fucking passports. Because as soon as they figure out you're American, guess what they're going to do? They're going to make you a goddamn hostage. They ain't going to respect you. They don't give a shit what you look like. They know you're American. They know that your life has value because you're American. So they'll smug you on certain fuck. All right, I'm just getting upset. There's no funny thing here. I don't like it, dude. I don't like war crimes, and I don't like how people support it because they're like, they did us wrong, so we'll do them wrong. Like, really, how many times are you going to do that till you go blind? What's the answer? What's the actual answer there? Really? They killed civilians, so you kill civilians? Now you're happy? You really can sleep at night knowing that's okay? I don't think that's okay. I don't think anyone should. I generally think no one thinks that's okay. I don't think a human being will think that's okay. I don't care what they did first and you have to rebuttal. It's both sides lose. No one wins in war. Nobody ever wins. That's the truth. No one ever is going to win a war. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I swallowed a crazy pill this weekend. I learned so much stupid shit I shouldn't have learned. Because it's not an American issue. I don't care. I'm American. I want Americans to live great. I don't give a shit what's happening in the Middle East. And I don't want to die in the Middle East because of it too. That's not fucked up. It's the truth. Bigfoot is real though. I'm telling you right now, Bigfoot is fucking real. I watched a 3-hour podcast on how Bigfoot is real. And he's not just what you think he is. All right. He's not just a tall, hairy monkey. He's actually alien. He's actually alien. And he can travel to the 4th dimension. That's perfectly fucking normal, right? That sounds sanity. That's some sanity there. There's some logic behind this, right? I'm not going to link you the podcast I listen to because I don't want to end up on a watch list and this is all just a joke. But, Bigfoot is just real. He's 100% real. And he's not just real. And he's not just a thing that exists in the 4th dimension that comes in the 3rd dimension. And he does not just throw rocks at perfect accuracy. That's not what he just does. He's alien. He's obviously alien. And I didn't write it down, but there's I listened to somebody talk about how aliens in the 4th dimension and heaven is completely similar to the way we live in life. Like a sofa inside the 3rd dimension is a sofa in the 4th dimension, but we just can't fathom it. There's a sofa heaven. It's not like a whole heaven full of sofas. I mean, there's a sofa in heaven, but it's just so heavenly, but it's still a sofa. Like it's so much shit that I just didn't want to know. And I know now. I know religiously now. I truly believe this shit. I will sit in the bar by myself forever. If anyone ever buys me the 4th drink, they will hear exactly why the 4th dimension is unfathomable. And how angels are actually aliens that come from above. And how the Antichrist is coming in about 90 days. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I ended up one weekend I went inside the hole. It started with bankers, ended up with Bigfoot is real, and I still believe that. I think it's real. I don't think it's wrong. I think I don't deserve the internet, but I don't think I'm wrong. What else I get? The podcasting cringe. At least we come back to a little bit of sanity, right? Bert Kreischer is my favorite comedian. Right? That's true to say. That's normal to say, right? Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, Andrew Schultz, the top 3 comedians in the planet. Joe Rogan's actually funny, right? His stand-up is real. He's not just a talking point. Either way, this guy, he does YouTube videos about how shitty podcasting is, and I kind of get hurt. Because, I put time and effort to make my podcast good, right? You guys think so? You guys all think so, right? Okay, I don't need to hear your validation. I'm not doing this to run ads in front of you. Because I talked about a lot of things that can't get or that aren't ad friendly. But either way, I'll be honest, the reason I do this podcast is because I'm trying to find my own comedic voice, and listening to myself and talking and doing this for hours on end, I do get the general gist of my comedy and what my comedic voice is when I'm trying to be funny and stuff. With the tone, the cadence, the timing, and all that stuff, it's just it's repetition until you really get there. So this podcast really does help me. But he shitted on everyone else's podcast and how it's actually stupid as fuck, and that they're just trying to add more dollars to their pockets, even though after they're millionaires and shit. And it's true, their podcast does suck. Bert Kreischer's not a real comedian. I've not met a real Bert fan. Honestly, I don't think I can actually see someone that's a real Bert fan. I don't think they exist. I know Bert's a fan of himself, number one, but other than that, I don't think there's any other Bert fans. Or Andrew Schultz fans. I've never heard anyone say Andrew Schultz is the greatest comedian that ever walked the planet. He's my top 5 forever. Yeah, you goddamn schmuck. You liar. Same thing with Joe Rogan. I've never heard anyone say Joe Rogan's way too good for what he's doing. He's a literal gold mine. And the other thing, too, I was talking to my buddy about this, about general, like, the big-name comedians. If your favorite comedian is Dave Chappelle, you know who you are. You're a Drake fan. You know that? You're just a fucking Drake fan. I promise you, Dave Chappelle is just as smart as 2 nuts in between a fucking squirrel's tit. Like, he's not good at all. He's not smart. He's egotistical. He's a narcissistical maniac. He did put the work in at one point. He does deserve the fame. I'm not saying that, but he's not the greatest comedian that ever walked this planet. I'll give you top 3 right now. It's not Richard Pryor. It's not George Carlin too. What he did though for his own time is revolutionary, but he's not my top 3. It's Patrice O'Neal, Bill Burr, and I'll even say Dave Attell too. Dave Attell is a beast, dude. That big 3 right there, dude. That's a dangerous lineup. I promise you, if I had a time machine, I'll go right to the Comedy Cellar or Caroline's and just watch that shit endless and endless and endless. That big 3 is God gifted, dude. It's Louis C.K. too. Oh my God, that big bag. All those guys right there. That era of comedy where there's like killers and killers and killers. Jesus Christ, they put Dave Chappelle to shame. Chris Rock to shame. Any other comedian that's big except Shane Gillis. He's coming up right now, dude. That guy's. I think he'll be forever good because he's. As I'm watching some of his skit work, he's really good. Really goddamn good. I watch his... I'm getting the burps. I watch his content, like, randomly, too, because people are reposting and shit. They're riding on the wave and shit. They're just, like, reposting it so everyone gets tired of it. I'm still not tired of it. I'm still not. His skits, classic. They're actually just funny. There's no, like, oh, this is because racism is such a serious issue. No, it's just, like... It's hilarious. It's just fucking hilarious. I can't find the genius behind the work because it's just so funny. I love that shit. I fucking do love it. It's not like Socratic irony, no parody playing on society. It's just general genius comedic work. I love his fucking shit. Where we are? We're at next one is a Roblox streamer. This guy's an absolute filthy, disgusting mess. I think the YouTuber who uploaded is Philion, and I love his content too. Real classic dude, really classy dude, honestly. But the streamer is absolutely living in filth. He has a cockroach collection, cockroach pets, mold, yeast. It's disgusting what he lives in, and he's a Roblox streamer. So children love him. I think I wouldn't love him if they paid me $1. Like, he's disgusting. I couldn't look in this guy's face. Physically repulsive. The lifestyle repulsive. It's wild that that's wild that he has a heartbeat, honestly. He's an average streamer too. Like, the streaming community lives in filth. They have not heard of mental health ever. It's absolutely, it's not even funny. It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It's revolting. And the last one, topical comedy work we're going to do for the World Wide Web is the male dating coach. I despise. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I'm better than Next Man Over. I used to love Andrew Tate. That guy used to be my fucking bread and butter. I used to watch this guy right before I was eating and right after I ate. He's just hilarious. That's what I usually think. Like, this guy's just spitting facts, or not like he's spitting facts. Like, I have to write it down. Like, he's just entertaining as fuck, and I love this fucking content. But then every single other human being in between that guy is goddamn awful. It's horrible. There's a new guy. He's a new male dating coach. He slept over with thousands and thousands of women. He has mastered that craft. Over 15 years of work. Paid $3,000 a month for his dating coach class and seminar. Still has a full-time job because that shit is not sustainable, obviously. He has a heavy lisp. I forgot what he's called. He's just an absolute fucking joke of a human being, honestly. Like, the thing is all about that. The issue of it all for me is like, dude, how you gonna sustain a family? He doesn't want a family, which is okay. I'm not gonna shit on anyone who doesn't want a family. But there's another level of fulfillment when you have a family. At the end of the day, you have understanding of the full circle of life, and it's a general respect for humanity. You understand what it is, because at a certain point in life, you're like, I'm not learning anything else. I'm done. My brain is fulfilled. I am smooth forever. But when you have a child, you get to learn a little bit more all over again, because they learn through you and you learn through them. It's a beautiful thing. I understand it's a beautiful thing. It's not a bad thing for anyone to experience at the end of the day. But if you're a felon or like a pedophile, I don't think you should experience having a child. Just my own opinion, okay? All of this is opinion-based. But yeah, it's just the general questions like, how are you going to raise a family? How are you going to have general morals and respect for yourself or your children? How can you look at an 8-year-old and tell them all these women are bitches and you can't respect any of them if you want to fuck them? Like, how's that okay? How's that okay at all? I think it's absolutely goddamn disgusting. Honestly, like, I don't like it when they're serious too. When they get serious, I'm like, dude, you're scaring me, dude. You're really scaring me. I hope there's a smile at the end of this. I hope you're just making a lot of money. That's why you're doing this. But like, when you truly believe it, I'm like, dude, you're really scaring the dog water out of me. I don't want you around society. Okay, you're not good. You're a general predator, and you're seeing people as prey, and it's scary. Not like a child predator. I'm like, you predator. You prey on women. It's scary. You know what weak women look like, and you take advantage of that, and that's not okay at all. That's not how you should date. That's not even how you should live, honestly, because you're perfecting the craft of misery. Yeah, that's the thing that people don't understand what they're doing. It goes to both sides too, for women, for the ladies too. Like, when you perfect the craft of misery, you're just gonna be a miserable person forever because you know what you're doing, and you just can't admit it, and so you're never gonna get better. Dude, perfect the craft of respecting yourself and loving people and trying to reach your goals, dude. And I'm not trying to make this a sippy-dippy cop podcast and stuff, because I am an alpha male at the end of the day. You can subscribe to my content. You just got to pay $9,000 a week. But I'll change it, and you'll get all your money back, because I know what I'm doing. Got 30 years of experience under the belt right now. I worked with people all across the world. Princes, Dubais, monarchs, kings and queens in Saudi Arabia. All this shit, right? So you can buy my course. It's just my phone number, and you just Zelle me money, and I'll just call you once a week. Honestly, you don't have to go to a website or anything fancy. Mine's just straight edge. You can even email me money. All right, email me cash. Yeah, you can email me cash. It'll be perfectly fine. Either way, that's the end of the cast. How about we end up on some lighthearted stuff? I'm doing a mic this week. On Wednesday, I already signed up. I got the spot open because I got fucked this today, so I'm not doing any dog walking or dog sitting the rest of the week. That was supposed to be lighthearted. I'm sending over some paperwork so I can get down to Texas, and I'm really thinking I'm just thinking Texas. The goal is to go to Texas, Austin. I can afford to live in Texas, Austin with $18 an hour job if I can find one there. Only goal is to go to Austin. I already found a decent spot. Live there, get enough money to save up for 3 months. That's about I don't want to say $3,000 a month. I don't want to bring $3,000. I want to bring at least $5,000. Rent's $1,000, and there's gonna be some other costs in between. So I'm not gonna be dumb and stupid. So I'm gonna at least save up for 3 months. Take the first job I got. and just work my ass off and do Kill Tony as many times as I possibly can, do as many mics as I possibly can, tell my friend to come on down, like, yo, dude, we can both live in the studio, dude, this would be it'll be the dream. Dude, I don't like how this house is so close to the road. I can hear everything. This is uncomfortable. I don't even have my gun on me. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. Either way, it's a cute house, though. I like the house. It's cute. Yeah, so I'm going to move down to Austin. I'm going to stay there for a couple of years, and then I'm going to go to New York when I get a name out of myself, and then grind it out. Honestly, that's what I want to do. I just want to grind it out in New York, because I like the plan I'm making. Go to Austin, do Kill Tony, do good on Kill Tony, or at least hopefully decent. Go to New York, because I already made my name of myself in Austin. Go to New York and then make the craft perfect. Grind it out. Years and years and years. I'll spend at least, this is a 10-year plan. 2 years in Austin and maybe 3 years in Austin. I don't know how good or bad I'm going to be as a comic. And then the rest of then I'll spend another 5 years inside New York and then keep on moving on from there. And hopefully I'll get a tour by then. Hopefully something gets moving by then, honestly. That's 10 years of comedy. I'll be, what am I? How old am I? I'll be 25 when I get there. So at 35 is when I'll release my special. Right? That's good. That's humble. Is that okay? I think. And the goal is not to be rich and famous. I understand that comedy, it actually gets you to that goal of rich and famous no matter what. The goal is to do comedy forever. I'll be honest right now, doing comedy keeps me sober, and I enjoy that shit, because comedy is the hardest thing I've done, and I really like the craft, and I really like the skill and entertainment, and it's not because I want people to like until I get happy and stuff. I want to kill. I want to fucking kill on stage. I want to have a sick-ass set. I want people dead on the ground. That's the thing. I don't want people happy. I want people dying of laughing. I don't want to even say that. I don't want to be the best comedian ever. The number one. The guy who's going to change the game. Clean up house. Do whatever he possibly can. I'm not going to say that shit. That's fucking hacky as fuck, honestly. But I do want to be the best comedian ever. I just want to kill on stage every single time. And I want to stay alive, too, at the end of the day. I want to make a living out of this shit. Maybe, hopefully, it'll work out. And if it doesn't, that's supposed to be lighthearted. Yeah, if it doesn't, I'm just going to be doing military shit the whole time. And hopefully get a full-time job doing that. And I'm going to be able to afford a family. And still do comedy on the side. I don't care. I just want to do comedy forever. But that wraps up the AK. That wraps up your Tuesday morning. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed what I had to say. Other than that, have a good one.